host, the Bizarre One, Dave, and the Maharaja, Alex. How you doing tonight?
What's up, guys?
All right, so we are live and in color tonight. Thank you, everybody, for joining us on this Mother's Day weekend. So I hope everybody's having a good Saturday so far. So we have a lot to talk about tonight. So I hope you got your drinks, your popcorn, and everything ready. Here we go. We got obvious CM Punk news. Jim Cornette, Sami Callihan, Jay Lethal, Cody Rhodes, and Vince Russo, John Cena, Charlotte. Possible spoiler alert for Nakamura and AJ Styles. John Cena and Nikki Bella update. If you guys care, we got Lucha Underground. We have some Bailey talks. We already touched CM Punk, Rosemary, Miz, Chris Jericho, Roman Reigns, and I wanted to touch a little bit on the Bruce Pritchard show on the WWE Network. First off, Bizarre One, Alex, how are you guys doing tonight?
Good, man. Good. How you guys doing?
Awesome.
Good. So we got a lot to talk about. Roman Reigns as well. So let's jump right in to let's see. What should we talk about first?
CM Punk. Let's do it.
We get to the CM Punk news. All right. So let's talk CM Punk. All right, everybody. CM Punk is scheduled for Chicago meet and greet one day before All In. Former WWE champion CM Punk is to do a meet and greet in his hometown of Chicago, Illinois, one day before the city hosts the indie wrestling mega show All In. The announcement was made by 1 Hour Tease via their Twitter, with the message being retweeted by the All In page, causing further speculation that Punk will appear. So, Punk left the WWE in January of 2014, just in case you guys forgot, and has not wrestled since. He is currently scheduled to face Mike Jackson at UFC 225, which is also in Chicago. Punk first lost his first ever bout to Mickey Gall at UFC 203 in 2 minutes and 14 seconds. All In will take place September 1st in Chicago, Illinois, and will feature stars like the Bullet Club, Okada, Jay Lethal, and actor Stephen Amell, Dave's favorite. Really, I did not see what it was, Adam. Please let me know. And more, because I mean, this show is pretty stacked so far. I have a little article up by the Chicago Tribune that we can talk about as well. But Alex, your thoughts on CM Punk with the meet and greet? Do you think we will see him probably in the crowd, or maybe rumors of him being backstage at least at the All In show?
I told you so. If you can hear that, that's the classic Scrubs episode of "I Told You So." But no, it definitely creates a lot of intrigue, right? We were talking about this before the show, whether or not CM Punk will actually make an appearance at all in the event itself. It creates a lot of intrigue. I mean, imagine if you're a fan on the cusp of buying a ticket, and you see, oh wait, CM Punk's going to be at the StarCast convention. What's to stop him from being at All In? So that's ticket buys right there. So great marketing move. I do personally think that he is going to have an appearance. Wrestle, I don't know, but I definitely think he's going to make an appearance at this point. And
okay.
Fire.
Another question before we get to Dave, and welcome everybody. Now I can see everybody who's in the chat room except last week's show. All In was weird for me because they are just booking anyone who is anyone just for the sake of it. Yeah, that is true. They trying to sell out that arena, and they're gonna do it by far.
And to add that, I was talking to Super Kicking with Kelsey the other day. She even we were talking about it, and she said, if this does as good as it does, this may not just be a one-time thing. This could be an annual event.
I don't think it's going to be a one-time thing. Yeah. This is going to be a yearly type of thing. With the success of it and the guys that are on the indie scene, there's no way that this is not going to come back again. But here's my question before I go to Dave. If Punk does lose his second match in June, I believe, do you see him possibly calling it quits and maybe doing possibly something in All In? Maybe not a match, but maybe gets involved. Maybe does something. Maybe he does the go to sleep on someone. Maybe he punches someone. Maybe something. Do you think we see that?
I think personally, his segment is going to have him challenge someone for the next All-In event. So you have a year just to build up on hype of CM Punk's return. Personally,
I like that. That's a good idea. Your thoughts, Dave, before I get to the Chicago Tribune article here, as I drink from my hope.
Really quick on what someone said. Oh, this All-In thing is just they're just adding anybody who's anybody. How is it any different from WrestleMania weekend? When WWE adds all these guys, Hall of Famers, legends that come do signings. How is that different? It's not. They do that just to anybody who's anybody comes to these big events at WrestleMania weekend. I mean, come on. I mean, it's no different what StarCast is doing, which is weird. But CM Punk thing, like, will he appear? Will he? I think it'll all. I know he's going to appear, but the whole thing about will he fight or get involved? I think it depends if he gets his ass kicked again. Do I care if he's there? Censors, get ready. If CM Punk appears, I don't give a fuck.
No.
CM Punk wrestle.
Hey, Dave. I don't like the way you're talking about me. Hey, I don't like that. I don't like that, Dave. You need to calm down there, Dave. That's CM Punk.
Sorry, I don't get all the CM Punk. I just don't understand it. What could he dropped a shoot pipe bomb that was scripted? Ooh, he's so popular because of that. I liked CM Punk before everyone else liked him. And then I hated him afterwards. Ever since everyone else started loving him. Ever since 2011 Pipe Bomb, everyone fell in love with CM Punk. Ooh, he wasn't supposed to say that. Oh, no. He's a shoots on everybody. Go away. CM Punk can go away forever. Stick to watching hockey. Go to your Cubs games away.
There goes CM Punk ever coming on the show. So, there was a Chicago Tribune article that came out, and we just started, Dale. We just started. Thank you, everybody, for fuck Punk. And hey, man, Dave, look what you started. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. Thank you, guys, for popping in. I hope everybody was able to get the notifications tonight. Thank you, guys. Y'all are awesome. All right, so. Article was 7 things to know about All In, the huge indie wrestling show coming to Chicago. One, it was a tweet that sparked the idea. A year ago, wrestling journalist Dave Meltzer tweeted that he didn't think Ring of Honor, ROH, Cody, and the Young Bucks main company could draw 10,000 seats. Cody replied with, "I'll take that bet," and that's how it pretty much started. Number 2, the card is still taking shape, but some major names are announced. Like I said, Cody, Young Bucks, Okada. I think isn't Omega on the show? Here's this Young Bucks.
everyone.
Cody. Let me see.
Young Bucks.
On the picture right now.
Entered.
There's the StarCast, which is kind of like their what would you call it?
Starcade. I say Starcade. It's like a thing.
It's like a WrestleCon where there's going to be a bunch of podcasters and wrestlers, X-Pac, Conan, Tony Schiavone, Eric Bischoff, Bruce Pritchard, Cole Cabana, Jerry the King Lawler, Dave Meltzer, Dutch Mantel, Tully Blanchard, Macaulay Culkin, Diamond Dallas Page, Kevin Nash, just to name a few. This is a pretty huge show, man. So if you're in the Chicago or Illinois area, man, I would definitely try to go to this show because it's definitely packed. Jeff Jarrett's there. Let me see who else is going to be there. Oh, everybody's favorite Teddy Long. J.J. Dillon.
What about Vince Russo?
No Vince Russo. Christian is going to be there. Terry Funk. Oh, everybody's favorite Disco Inferno. We got Marty Scurll. Looks like we got Hangman Page. Those are just to name a few. So it's a huge ass show. So let me go back to the article. Number 3, the entire convention will revolve around the show. 4 tickets are relatively cheap. All things considered, $153 to sit in the very front row, which is not bad. Considering WrestleMania ringside tickets cost more than $700. And these to sit in front row for the New Japan Pro Wrestling show in San Francisco, it'll be about $300. Number 5, people are coming from around the world. Number 6, Cody thinks Chicago is one of the greatest cities in the world. And number 7, your best bet is to see the show is probably to be there in person. Do you guys know if it's going to be on pay-per-view or not?
So basically, what that is, as it gets closer to the event, they will start getting streaming sites. But right now, they want to get those 10,000 first.
So tickets are on sale. You think it's going to be on Twitch? No freaking way.
No, I think they'll nothing on Twitch, but I think they're going to get something a little bigger. Maybe Fight. I don't know.
I would think the Fight app. I would think
Fight app sounds because it's very ROH driven, so it sounds like Fight could be it.
And Cody, has a good relationship, obviously, with ROH, seeing that consider he's part of them. So maybe they could help him out and try to get a little deal there. CM Punk, we don't know if he's returning or not. It's a possibility. I wouldn't say it's 100% or not even 20%, but it's up there because of it's not dealing with WWE, and I definitely can see that he can get involved just to help out his friends. Well,
that's just knowing if he's going to have an appearance or not. That's the whole point of them dropping this news when they did.
Right.
Well, I think the news for this whole thing is that this is the first time since CM Punk. I'm not a CM Punk fan, but he's a star and draw, no doubt. But it's the first time since he left wrestling that he's actually going to be a part of a wrestling event weekend.
Yeah, that is true. It's been quite some time since he's been in 2014. So 4 years. It's been that long since Punk has been in a wrestling ring. Pretty insane. Speaking of guys who won't be at All In, and that is Vince Russo. Vince Russo tweeted out a tweet earlier today stating the absolute fact that I am ready, willing, and able to appear at All In while others are already attempting to do everything in their power to keep me from attending tells you just about everything you need to know about me and them. Well, Cody Rhodes saw this and tweeted back to Vince Russo saying basically this we don't reward bad behavior. Stay away from our event. So Vince Russo, you will not be allowed in the arena for All In. I think the funny thing is Vince Russo didn't stop there. I think he invited him to Rocky Mountain Pro Wrestling. He said he would even pick them up from the airport. I mean, he was trying to literally go all in on trying to get Rhodes and the Young Bucks to try to consider him maybe even going there. But seeing that a lot of guys that are going to be there that don't like him, Eric Bischoff. I'm not sure how Pritchard feels about him, but that's just a name. So, any thoughts on this little interaction between these two guys, Alex?
Just thought it was just a funny read. Nothing really else to say. I mean, don't be surprised if he does end up there, and this is all work.
That's true. Or will Jericho or Ray be in at All In? I wouldn't be surprised if we don't see Jericho.
Jericho's definitely going to have record a podcast during that weekend.
And then Vince Russo, for the most part, bashes New Japan Pro Wrestling. I remember he was watching a show live on Twitch, and he was just talking about how boring it was and this and that and the other. I just think he wants a payday, and he knows he can get one there, and he's kind of upset about it because this is a huge event that possibly is one of the, like Dave said, you kind of can compare this in a sense to a WrestleMania type of event. Seeing all the wrestlers and people that are going there, and Vince Russo hasn't been a part of this type of stuff in quite some time. So I guess you got to feel bad for him a little bit, I guess. Dave, any thoughts?
Bro, come on, bro. I mean, seriously, he's begging Cody. Oh, please, man, I'll pick you up at the airport. He's just begging to get booked. That's all he's trying to do. He's like, book me, bro. Come on, bro. Cody, bro, come to my show, bro. We'll hash it out, bro. Bro.
Yeah.
That's about
Is that it? Okay. That's that. Fair enough. Again, thank you for joining us. This is Get the Tables podcast. We are live every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. Thursday is our NXT and Impact on Pop. Oh, really? Well, thank you. We are live every Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. Thursdays are our Impact and NXT shows, and then Saturday, obviously, our Shoot the Shit shows. If you haven't been on our YouTube, Alex did a nice, awesome little movie on the show on our YouTube just a couple of days ago about a giveaway for us that we will be doing. If you go on our YouTube channel, Get the Tables podcast on YouTube, and subscribe, you will be automatically pretty much in a giveaway that we will be doing once we hit 50 subscribers on YouTube. And I think we're about 12 away, if I'm not mistaken, maybe 11. So if you're not already subscribed to us on YouTube, please go and hop on YouTube. It's the easiest thing to do. If you're more of a Periscope guy, you don't even have to get the alerts. Just subscribe, and you don't have to get the alerts or nothing. Just try to get in the giveaway. If not, I guess we gotta do a Periscope giveaway, which will probably be soon once we hit the 800 follower mark. So let's go to some other funny news that happened over the week. And that was Sami Callihan, good old Sami Callihan and Jim Cornette, everybody. Jim Cornette and him got another little bit of an exchange of words on Twitter. He posts a picture of Jim Cornette holding a baseball bat with the title saying hypocrite. Putting hypocrite says what? Mark sponsored by Jim Cornette Baseball Bat Appreciation Day. And then Jim Cornette responds with, here's the problem, son. I know how to use it so it looks good but doesn't hurt anybody. Your stuff looks like shit and hurts. Good job trying to get heat playing off your crummy work in the ring, but still, I did say good day. So, Jim Cornette, it's pretty much kind of burying this storyline, saying that they're playing a storyline where he just, fucked up, which he did, and they're playing off of it. But I think it's one of the most intriguing storylines going today in wrestling. Any thoughts on this, Alex, or you just think this is just Jim Cornette being Jim Cornette?
Yeah, I don't really care. Let's go with Jim Cornette being Jim Cornette.
What about you, Dave?
I'm sure Tony's loving this because he's not the only Sami Callihan hater now. Because it's like, ooh. I mean, Jim Cornette made a good point. I mean, Sami Callihan might be crazy and strange and all that, but what he did was pretty messed up and it sucked. What happened to Eddie Edwards? And they're kind of doing after his, I don't want to say he's a crummy worker, but the way he said it, and then it moved into a storyline. It's the hottest thing going in Impact right now, but yeah.
Yeah, that is true. Jay Lethal is hurt. Former ROH World Champion Jay Lethal suffered an injury during a show last night in Toronto, according to PW Insider. While the specific injury is unclear, Lethal has been replaced by Sonata in a fatal four-way he was going to compete in tonight. Lethal has also been announced for All In for the September 1st show. So that's just a little bit of an update on Jay Lethal. So hopefully he's not too seriously injured. Update on Rosemary, everybody. As previously reported, Rosemary, back in February, former Knockouts champ, suffered an injury in a match against Jessica Havoc at an AAW wrestling show in Illinois. Impact Wrestling talent backstage producer Petey Williams recently confirmed that she suffered a torn ACL and she will be out for 6 to 9 months.
No.
Damn, that's going to be a long time of no Rosemary on Impact. So,
But you know what? If they build Su Yung up when Rosemary does come back, that match is going to be crazy.
yes, I agree with you. And that kind of figured that was the injury. Punk will be over 40 if he goes back. That's a bot. I'm sorry, didn't see what you said, Red Sox fan. Hopefully, Alex is keeping up with the comments. Usually, he does respond for us, so I appreciate that.
You know,
go ahead.
I think Rosemary should come back as a heel, not as like the good bunny and demon type. I think she should come back as a heel, and then when she returns, she turns on Allie.
They better raise Su Yung because I'm meh on her right now. Oh, Bob Ruski is not high on Su Yung. Okay, fair enough, fair point. Keeping on the ladies' side, according to the Wrestling Observer newsletter, I'm curious to hear what Alex has to say about this. It appears as though current Progress Wrestling Women's Champion, World Wonder Ring Stardom, World of Stardom Champion, and Westside Extreme Wrestling Women's Champion Toni Storm will be heading to the WWE in the near future. The 22-year-old former WWE May Classic tournament competitor is currently signed to the Stardom promotion until July, although she is featured in the ads for WWE's upcoming King of the Ring tournament in London, England. Everybody's favorite Dave Meltzer also reports that she's asked for some time off from Stardom in June, most likely to be in attendance for the King of the Ring. Your thoughts, Alex? Because I know you're very high on Miss Toni Storm.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's always exciting. I mean, we've talked about how NXT's women's division is kind of lacking in terms of star power. And trust me, guys, when you guys see Toni Storm in full action, you're going to see what we all see, like the fans, at least, of Toni Storm. I mean, someone just said she's young. She's only 21, and she is probably one of the best women's wrestlers like in the planet currently. So it's always exciting for sure. And yeah, we'll see.
Dave, any thoughts on her?
I hope it's not true, because isn't this just a men's tournament, or is it a women's tournament, the King of the Ring?
I'm not sure. They didn't really clarify it.
Okay, well, because I'm just afraid. I think she's doing. There's a ton of women who are doing great out there in the Indies. I think she's another one who just doesn't need the WE. I don't think she needs. I think she's doing great in Stardom, and she's doing great on these other promotions. Rise. I've seen a few matches of her from Rise and some other promotions she's wrestling. I'm sure she's wrestling with Shine Wrestling too, a little bit. I could be wrong, but I think the because look, they had so much talent, they decided just to let them go. I mean, they just don't keep them, and they just let them leave. And so why should they get another chance at keeping this girl? I mean, they got Candice LeRae back, luckily, which her husband was there, so that was good. But so much talent let leave, and that's why places like Impact Wrestling is benefiting from them letting Tessa Blanchard just walk out without a contract.
Yeah, all right. I gotta watch more of her stuff. I remember her from the tournament, but I'm sure that was nowhere near of her style of wrestling that we're getting on the indie scene. So I gotta check her out. Yeah, she is very young. So there's a lot more to come with her. Possible spoiler alert, everybody. And I just want to tell you that I told you so. That according to the Wrestling Observer, AJ Styles and Shinsuke Nakamura at the upcoming Money in the Bank pay-per-view could end up being a last man standing match.
Oh, I thought you were going to say a draw.
Looks like that will finally get a winner at the Money in the Bank pay-per-view, because they will possibly make it a last man standing match. Dave, are you interested in seeing this match for a third straight pay-per-view?
Is it 3 or 4?
4 straight pay-per-view.
I mean, as long as we get a win, because we had one winner at WrestleMania, and the last 2 have been just draws. So I don't care. It should be good. I hope so. This isn't going to be the top seller of the pay-per-view, though. That's the ladder matches are what we really want to see. I mean, I'm more interested in the women's ladder match than the men's this year. But, hopefully it's good. It can't be – we're probably not going to have Brock Lesnar, so hopefully it'll main event the show.
I highly doubt it. I think the men's Money in the Bank is going to end the show.
Especially if Reigns.
If I was to guess. Alex, any thoughts on this?
I'm ready for the feud to end.
So much enthusiasm.
I'm trying to not repeat what I said last week, so I stand by what I say.
Fair enough. Fair point. We'll do one more topic, and then we'll move on to the Roman.
Since you were doing injuries, Charlotte update on Charlotte. She's had a eventful week.
Yeah, I was about to touch on that too. She lost a tooth during the WWE Live event.
Teeth, not just a tooth.
Oh, teeth, excuse me. And then also she ruptured a breast implant. She's undergoing surgery to repair a ruptured implant. Is reporting Wrestling Observer is reporting that the rupture occurred prior to WrestleMania 34, and she held off on surgery so she didn't miss her match with Asuka. She has been successfully able to keep it a secret until now. Even the ESPN The Body issue photo managed to shoot around it. She has continued to wrestle because she wanted to work the European tour, which is good money. And after the plan is to have surgery so she can have some downtime before WrestleMania. So my question is, I know that she did get taken off the European tour. Is she going to be in the Money in the Bank match?
She's still scheduled as of right now. Like, obviously, the card is subject to change, but she's still scheduled. And usually with these surgery repairs, I don't know when exactly the European tour ends, but she could probably still be cleared. But it's definitely still up in the air. It's not a guarantee.
Says better off Tuesday, hopefully. Okay.
I remember when AJ got it knocked out, missed his teeth, and he had to replace that same week and was back the next week.
No, we're talking about the implant.
Okay. I thought we were still on teeth. Okay.
It takes 4 weeks to let the breast heal. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, so maybe she may not be in it. That's a possibility. Would you rather her be in it or not in it?
You know how I feel about Charlotte right now. I think Charlotte could use some time away. I think she's stale and getting repetitive, and we need other stars to be built. So, whatever.
I mean, they need the star part. Bye, Chris. Thank you for joining us, dude. Thank y'all guys for the viewership tonight. We've been at a solid 30 to 50 viewers.
Because I disagree with that because Charlotte was in the Money in the Bank last year, and that match sucked everything. So it doesn't matter if she's in it or not for me.
Sure. Help it.
Do you want to touch on New Japan Pro Wrestling before we get to the Roman Reigns talk?
Just really all that's going on is we're getting ready for one of the big events of New Japan. It's the Battle of the Super Juniors, which is basically your junior heavyweights competing in a tournament. So it's a lot of fun. You see some of the greatest matches, and the lineup has some interesting characters in it. I'm going to bring up the picture right now, but I can tell you off the top of my head, Dave's boy Ishimori is going to be in Block A. I can tell you that much. And are you guys fans of Chris Sabin? Chris Sabin is going to be he's coming back to New Japan. He's going to be in the Cup. So here's what we got. So it's going to start basically, what's today, the 12th? So it's going to start actually next week. And we have guys like ACH, Flip Gordon, Taiji Ishimori, Will Ospreay. We got some New Japan guys. We have Chris Sabin. Red Sox fan will be happy. We got Dragon Lee from CMLL, Marty Skrull, and So definitely, if you guys want just some great in-ring quality matches, that's something to look forward to.
Adam Bob says, "Is it safe to?" Oh man, I couldn't read. Is it safe to call the juniors version of the G1 Climax, Alex?
Yes, absolutely. It has a very good G1 dynamic. That's a very good reference because I know when I've had this conversation in the past with people, they try to compare it to the Cruiserweight tournament, and the New Japan bias and me just cringed when I heard that. So yeah, it's definitely, guys. You guys should definitely check it out. It's a lot of fun, and really all to talk about is Tony. You want to talk about Chris Jericho's fallout with the Naito beatdown?
Yeah, a little clip for you guys. All right, so I hope you guys enjoy it. There is some language, so fair warning. Everybody mute your other devices and let's have a good time.
He threw the table.
Oh man, that was that was fantastic right there. Man, I'm coming to get you, you fuck. Oh man, I want Jericho like that in the WWE, man. Oh, that was
That's great. So yes, obviously that's going to be a very talked about match. The same way that Jericho brought in an increased subscription rate for Wrestle Kingdom, his Fallout, he's going to do the same for Dominion. So it's just good for business outside the WWE, guys. I think that's the theme of tonight. Just everything outside of the WWE.
so Naito on a future talk is Jericho.
Yeah, right? Nah, Naito's too cool to do anything like that.
So, what is the background with Naito? What's it? Is he like the slick guy in the New Japan Pro Wrestling with him when doing that little slide and pose?
You could say that actually when he started off and he was getting his push, he was kind of a very bland character. So when he did beat Okada, the crowd really didn't care for it. So he went to Mexico for a year and he adopted that Ingobernable persona. Obviously, he joined Los Ingobernables. So he came back. He had this complete like tranquilo, like cool guy. I don't give a damn about the rules. Like right now, for example, he just defeated Minoru Suzuki for the Intercontinental title. He doesn't even come out with the Intercontinental title. He's like, I don't give a damn about the title. I'll destroy it. He's like, I just want to make you mad. Like he's that type of guy. Like last year, a big storyline with him. Well, 2 years now. A big storyline with him was he would just take the Intercontinental title and just throw it in the ring, spit on it. He doesn't give a damn. He doesn't give a damn about anything. And did you happen to see Naito's comments after the beatdown?
Not.
So just to sum it up, just the way that Naito is, like he's covered up in blood, and he's just basically saying, "Oh, isn't Chris Jericho supposed to be like one of the best wrestlers in the world?" And he's putting all this attention in me. Well, what does that say about me then? He's like, so Jericho, if you want my attention, you're gonna have to do even more than this. And he's pointing to his bloody face. And yeah, that's how Naito is. He's just he's taking what Nakamura was in New Japan at this point. He's not the champ. He's not the main champion, but he is probably the most over guy, along with Tanahashi.
Didn't he want to destroy the IC title just because Tanahashi cared about it?
Yep, that's what I just said. He doesn't care about the titles. He just cares about like explicit language because Jericho's talking. He just wants to fuck with people, and I love it.
All right, Dave. Any thoughts on what we saw right there?
It looks like it's going to be fun and another big payday for Jericho.
I mean, Jericho, man, it's crazy how he could adapt to anything, and that's why I consider him top 5 of all time. I know. Yeah, it comes down to money and all this top draw type of shit. But I mean, Jericho is just at his age and still going so good, and the accomplishments that he has made. I don't see how you can't have him at least in the top 10.
So let me ask you guys a question.
Go ahead.
So when Jericho does come back, like obviously with these New Japans, his stock is going up even more and more. So when he does come back to the WWE, it's just going to be huge. I personally would love to see him or any like big time wrestler challenge someone from NXT, do a takeover match. Like, have some of these big guys come down and say, what's the hype about with NXT? I want to see, and challenge one of their biggest stars. I don't know. Is that something you guys could get behind?
They used to do it like that. That's how NXT was originally started. You would have, this week we have the tag team champions visiting NXT. Back when it only came on YouTube and stuff like that.
All right, good. Yeah, I forgot about that. But I think
that's how,
because you don't see it, that would be something really awesome for Jericho to do.
yeah, I mean, another thing that Jericho did that was so great is he gets to change from doing the PG crap in WE to being completely whatever he wants in New Japan. Like, and go all out and just be uncensored and do whatever he wants. And that's what's great. And that's why a lot of those fans who love the Attitude Era and love the mature audiences and all that type stuff are tuning into New Japan right now, because WE is only cares about which is good, I guess, only cares about the kid demographic instead of the guys the adult males who have been watching since the Attitude Era, and they just don't care about that demographic anymore. So it's like they overlook that demographic. Oh, they'll always be there. Instead, a lot of them answering to New Japan.
Again, thank you guys for joining us tonight. Thank you for all the shares on Twitter and on Periscope. Really appreciate it. We're already way past the 1,000 viewer mark for our show, so thank you again. That's 7 straight shows, everybody, that we've hit over 1,000 viewers. So thank you very much for the support. Thank you guys for popping in here. Thank you for all the hearts. We even got a couple of super hearts tonight, so appreciate that. The next goal, I guess, is the subscriber, getting the super hearts up, and the Twitch channel coming at the end of the summer. So, again, thank you guys for all the hearts and sharing tonight's broadcast. Anything else to touch on New Japan Pro Wrestling? Alex, I wanted to try to make this segment as long as we can. I don't want to skip anything.
Well, you're getting your hopes. No, nothing really new for New Japan. Obviously, Dominion we've been talking about, and we will be talking about more and more. I'm actually, I am trying to not trying to shoot my load, but I am trying to see if Kelsey and I can, if I could get Kelsey to do like maybe a little preview of Dominion. I know she has her show, but maybe we can just talk about it definitely before Dominion. It's our next biggest show. So yeah.
Fantastic. And you know what? Just for you, Red Sox fan, I will give the keys to the car to Alex, and it would just be Alex and Kelsey on the show.
Oh God, man! But also, Ring of Honor had their crossover pay-per-view in New Japan. If anyone saw that, War of the Worlds.
Yeah, Jay White.
Yeah,
so defending his title.
Yeah, so really, it's a 3-night event. So most of the New Japan guys are obviously Los Ingobernables. So like you said, you had Jay White versus Punishment Martinez, and the big takeaways to get out of that for Ring of Honor fans is, one, don't be surprised if you see Beer City Bruiser in the G1 or even in New Japan period this year or coming up. He's definitely opening some eyes for people who haven't really been a fan of him, for sure. And another thing to talk about is Adam Page, Hangman Page. He is slowly being booked to be the next big star of ROH. Like so I don't know if you guys know, but Adam Page has kind of been working injured for the last month or so. And in these matches he had, he really played the underdog babyface, and the crowd was very sympathetic. Yes, because he's with the Elite, he's getting a lot of he's very over, but he himself is getting pushed more and more as the next star of Ring of Honor. So look out for Adam Page, and don't be surprised if you see Beer City Bruiser in New Japan one day.
Yeah,
that's really it. The matches have been so-so. Some are fun. Bully Ray is he's going on a conquest to all the indie darlings right now. He's currently destroying Cheeseburger, and yeah. That's really it to say about ROH. If anyone else has stuff to say,
is that good enough for you, Red Sox fan? Was that long enough? I'll try to answer and ask as many questions as I could, and trying to make this segment better and better each weekend. Oh, of course, the Red Sox fan says no. Of course. Let's see. Let's move on to Lucha Underground. Let's touch a little bit more on some stuff before we get into the heated conversation of Roman Reigns. Lucha Underground recently had an interview with ESPN. Talked about bringing in new stars and some familiar faces. New stars like Jack Swagger and, Tommy Dreamer will be on Lucha Underground this year. Alex, is Lucha Underground something that you will be interested in watching?
Yeah, I mean, I watched the first 2 seasons of Lucha Underground when Ricochet Prince Puma was there. That's where I fell in love. That's where I really started to get behind Pentagon. So, yeah, it's exciting. I know that there's going to be a lot of changes, like budget-wise, but I'm still definitely excited. I don't really care for Jack Swagger, though, because we already got my man Jeff Cobb over there as Montaza. So, but yeah.
Dave?
I watch it on Netflix, but I don't got El Rey, so I don't really watch it. I guess it sounds cool because I wouldn't be surprised to see some more Impact guys show up over there too. If not this season, next season. Because if Tommy Dreamer's there, he's a part of House of Hardcore, you know. So we're gonna see a lot more of this crossover appeal.
Okay, everybody, are y'all ready to get heated and talk about Mr. Roman Reigns? Everybody, we got some. We already touched on Rosemary, the CM Punk. I got some Bailey stuff we could talk about. John Cena, Bruce Pritchard. I wanted to talk about in The Miz. So we'll get on that after we touch on Roman Reigns. Well, anyways, Stone Cold Steve Austin. Not Marks and not Marks, and not fans like us, us fans or us Marks get a lot of backlash when it comes to Roman Reigns and our criticism of him, and not specifically of Roman Reigns, because we all think he is a pretty solid worker. And I think if he was booked in a different direction, I think we would all be fans of him in some way. But he has not been booked or treated the same. He has been shoved down our throats literally for the past almost soon to be, 5-6 years already. He's main evented WrestleMania several times already. Whatever they're doing or trying to do with Roman Reigns, it's obviously not working. So Stone Cold Steve Austin, a veteran, a Hall of Famer, a multi-time world champion, talked about Roman Reigns. And his own comments said, WWE Hall of Famer Stone Cold believes Roman Reigns is in desperate need of a heel turn to regenerate his character. He said on this week's episode of the Steve Austin Show, he said the following regarding everybody, the big dog. So what do you do with Roman Reigns at this point? For him to have the biggest run, you've got to turn him heel, and he's got to perform and let loose. He needs to be aggressive and go out there. This is what you wanted. This is what you get. I don't need your damn support. He needs to bring a mean streak and go on a total heel run. Austin comments came after Reigns and Samoa Joe main evented the Backlash pay-per-view Sunday and received a negative response from the crowd, with many fans leaving before the match was over. With John Cena now a part-time role due to his Hollywood commitments, Reigns has been positioned as the next face of the company. He has main evented each of the past 4 WrestleManias. Let me repeat that one more time. He has main evented each of the past 4 WrestleManias. And there is no sign that Vince McMahon plans to knock him from his perch anytime soon. Are you ready to see a main event WrestleMania, Alex? Although Reigns has progressed both in the ring and on the mic during his time in WWE, the fan base as a whole hasn't embraced him as the guy in WWE, largely due to the fact that he is too often booked to seem like an unstoppable force in much the same way Cena and Hulk Hogan were before him. A heel turn would freshen Reigns up and provide a potential springboard for a big-time face down the line I'm sorry, down the line in much the same way it did for his cousin Dwayne The Rock Johnson. After fans initially rejected The Rock when he debuted as Rocky Maivia, he turned heel. What did we talk about on Tuesday? He turned heel and eventually went on to become one of the biggest stars in professional wrestling history. The Rock is now one of the biggest stars in Hollywood as well, and while that may not necessarily be in the cards for Reigns, a change to his character would go a long way toward changing how the WWE Universe views him. Austin is an all-time great in his own right, and he was on the top during the Attitude Era, which is the most prosperous and successful time WWE ever saw. If Reigns goes heel before returning to a quasi-face role with Stone Cold-esque edge to him, then WWE may finally get the fan reaction it has desired for so long when it comes to Reigns. Pretty good article. What do you guys think? We'll go with you first, Alex.
I mean, how long have we been talking about this? This is, if we didn't care about Roman, I would just say put him in NXT as a ring announcer, But obviously we care because he has been put on our screens and has been shoved down our throats. So I disagree with the whole make him a quasi face with a heel smirk. I think at this point, given how much damage has been done, you need to turn him full heel. I'm talking, you need to have him beat the shit out of like the most loved wrestler and then just straight up get on the mic and say, I've worked my ass off for years and you guys still boo me. Fine, I'm done being the guy. I'm going to beat all your guys. And then if he main events WrestleMania, irregardless of how much people hate Roman Reigns, tell me a babyface Seth Rollins winning the Rumble versus a top heel Reigns at WrestleMania will not be appealing to you at all.
You know what? You know how you can turn him heel, and you can have him be the most cocky son of a bitch. And I don't know how you can do it other than if you have the Money in the Bank cash in be on either brands. You have Reigns cash in on fucking Daniel Bryan. You have him cash in on Daniel Bryan as the champ. You can turn him heel. You can start the heel run right there. He can start saying, I don't see what you see the fans see in Daniel Bryan, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I can't see why you can't get behind me, but you get behind him and just do something like that. I mean, we need a different side of Roman Reigns. And he has the look. You cannot tell me Roman Reigns does not have the heel look. He does. Absolutely. Don't need to change his gear. You don't need to change his theme song. You don't need to change anything. Just change the direction.
Exactly. He's getting the boos already. At least just make him the heel, and then all of this will make sense.
Right. Or, yeah, even out of Seth Rollins.
That's what I just said. Beat the shit out of Rollins and have them fight later down the road.
I was just going to say that what someone said about Rollins. Have him beat up Rollins. Just beat the crap out of Seth Rollins. And then that would completely... He can beat up any bad guy or anybody in the company if he would boo the crap out of him, so it doesn't really matter. But I don't see it happening. I just don't. Vince McMahon is not going to turn him face because too many kids and girls love him too much. And I think one main reason is SummerSlam, we're going to see the reformation of the Mega Powers with Roman Reigns and the other top face right now in Raw. It's going to be Braun Strowman, and Reigns going to be like the Mega Powers, Warrior and Hogan, all over, or Macho Man. But I think it's going to be something like that. That's going to be a face-and-face showdown that Vince sees. Roman Reigns and Braun Strowman.
But see, I don't understand. The thing is, like, it's one thing with John Cena. Like, we can understand why they can't change him heel. To get the Wish Foundation, that whole thing, you can't turn the man heel. Roman Reigns doesn't do any of that I know of. He's not a top draw of last wishes. That's John Cena's job in the WWE. Why can't they turn him heel? What are they so worried about? Kids love Daniel Bryan. It's not like they're going to lose the kids if Roman Reigns turns heel. There's other wrestlers that the kids like. So I don't know. That excuse is just silly to me.
Hey, you'd be surprised. There are a lot of kids Reigns. There are.
I know there is. I know that. And there's women that like Roman Reigns as well.
And you know what's not helping? WWE is actually financially, guys. WWE is actually doing pretty well with the house shows and the merchandise. So when you hear people saying, "Oh, fuck Roman, we hate Roman," Vince is pretty much like, "Well, we're still making money. We're actually making positive money. So why should we have to change him? It really doesn't benefit us, or do we care enough?"
Hey, let's not forget about this either. The biggest heel turn in wrestling history was what?
Hogan.
Where was that done at? Was that in WE? No, that was WCW. Vince didn't have the balls, or he didn't think that Hogan could ever be a draw as a heel. Bischoff did it, turned Hogan heel, and boom, that was the biggest thing in wrestling heel turn ever in wrestling history. The most heat ever. Vince never pull the trigger on a big guy like that to turn a heel. You know, Austin was a terrible idea. You know, I mean,
and
Kurt Angle.
And Tony, you said it perfectly. Like, it's not enough just to walk out, because at the end of the day, WWE still has your money. You need to boycott the show. Just don't buy the show. Don't buy tickets to go to the show. Let them realize, hey, attendance is really low. Adam Bomb just said he thinks attendance is going to go down. Like, you know?
I don't know what else to say about what's a draw in wrestling for you. That's what Red Sox fans said. What's a draw to us? Like, explain the question a little bit better.
No, he's asking, like, what's the draw? Like, what do you consider your top guy? What's the appeal of a top guy that when you say he draws? Like, does he put butts in seats? Does he give you an increase in viewership?
Does Roman Reigns put butts in the seats?
I mean, a lot of people come just to boo him. Shit.
Well, at Backlash, butts out of seats.
But they still got the ticket purchase. That's what I'm saying. Like, it doesn't matter if they leave. Like, that's not going to do anything.
It doesn't matter. Like what I said, remember when I went to WrestleMania 34 and I told y'all that Roman Reigns and Brock's going to main event? Vince doesn't give a shit because Roman Reigns can main event the next 15 WrestleManias in a row. And everybody's still going to go to WrestleMania. They're still going to sell it out, or damn near close to sell it out. People are still going to go to WrestleMania weekend. People are still going to go to NXT. People are still going to go to the Raw and SmackDowns afterwards. People are still going to go to Access because it's WrestleMania. Nothing's going to change. Roman Reigns will probably main event WrestleMania 35.
And 6 and 7.
And you know what? People are still going to go to the show. Regardless. Alex won't be happy. He's going to be, oh, fuck, Roman Reigns main event. Great. But he's still going to go. Absolutely.
You're still going to have my ticket.
So, Vince doesn't give a shit. It's all about the fucking money. It's all about the money. Exactly.
You can say you're. I was just going to say, I'm going to go see Daniel Bryan wrestle at WrestleMania, whatever, or Backlash. Like Alex said, he got to see him wrestle and is great when he's on top. But you still got to see it's still there. So even if you bought for one guy, you still got to sit through a Roman Reigns match.
Exactly, and that's their thought process. Like, even if I'm going for a different reason, it's still comments that I went to the show. I bought a ticket for the show.
Oh, I like this. I like what D Love said. He goes, because people aren't going to boycott events because of their dislike of one performer. Exactly.
So
Vince McMahon knows that.
The best way is what was happening at Backlash. People, you want to really get attention? Walk out during Roman Reigns matches, turn the freaking channel and turn Raw off and Roman Reigns wrestles. That's what you got to do. If people start tuning out and walking out when he wrestles, that's going to change something.
Yeah, if people walk out, that could help a little bit. But again, bottom line is they still got your money.
But it doesn't look
Roman Reigns wrestling, they still got your merchandise money. They still got your ticket money. And when they come back to your city again, you're going to go see him again. It's like a fucking, it's like a drug, man. It's like a drug.
Yeah, I get that, but it doesn't look good if you have people walking out during your main event.
Yeah, but it's not going to happen every single night.
Yeah, I know, but if that's
you go to one city, people love Roman Reigns. You go to another city, people hate him.
Yeah, the East Coast is pretty merciless when when it comes to who we hate.
Yeah, so I mean that's what I'm saying. Like, and in the long run, Vince McMahon knows that the WWE, to us, some people, is like crack. You know,
yeah.
we can get a shitty batch, and we'll be pissed. But in the long run, we're still gonna go back to that person and keep on going and keep on going and keep on going, even if it's the same results.
Can you imagine if you're right and Roman Reigns does win Money in the Bank, how Chicago is going to react to that?
It's gonna be rough.
Can you imagine if they cheer Jinder over Roman? What that just screams. Because why else are they putting Roman with Jinder Mahal? Like they want him to get cheered. Some in their mind, they think Jinder is extremely over as a heel in terms of heat. But if Jinder gets cheered over that, like what more do you need? My God. Ugh. But I think we could all agree, though, unless we do something extreme like boycott shows, which is probably not going to happen, I don't see a change happening.
You know what else Roman Reigns would work as a heel? Is if he did what Corbin first did when he first started. Oh, I'm not one of your internet darling fans, so you're not going to like me. So whatever, screw you guys. You know, that would work perfectly as doing the whole, oh, I'm not an internet darling, so I'm not an indie favorite or whatever. So that's why everyone boos me.
Right, and well, the thing too is Reigns is never going to get that consistent booing. Like it's only certain parts of the U.S., and when he goes overseas, of course, he gets booed. But people are saying, oh, he still sells out merchandise. Well, no fucking shit. You know, when I go to a fucking wrestling event, everybody, for the most part, has their shit sold out because they have limited items and stuff like that. That doesn't prove anything to me. Roman Reigns could be a top seller in merch. Awesome. But don't you want to kind of please the fans, too, of what they're watching? And it's sad that fans like us, we shouldn't be predicting outcomes so blatant every fucking pay-per-view. When we can guess or pretty much lay out what our fucking Raw is gonna be or SmackDown Live is gonna be, that's not good. How is it that we can book a better show than they can? That's what blows my mind. You know, what blows my mind is here's this other thing that I came across of, and you can be a CM Punk hater all you want, but check this out. All we all know, Brock Lesnar is going to pass CM Punk reign as the 434-day title reign. Currently, Brock is at 402 plus days. Check this out. CM Punk defended the title 141 times. 110 of them at live shows. 12 on pay-per-views. 9 on SmackDown, and 7 times on Raw. Brock Lesnar, 402 plus title reign, 10 title defenses, 4 at live shows, 6 at pay-per-views, and 0 on Raw or on SmackDown. And that's our fucking champ. And we're supposed to be pleased with that. We're supposed to say that Brock deserves the money he's getting. Get the fuck out of here, man. That's fucking pathetic.
Well, you know what the other argument?
That's insane.
Well, the other argument is that we don't need our champion on TV every week. That's why Brock comes in. It's an attraction. It's an attraction wrestler. He draws ratings whether we like it or not. He does draw ratings when he's on Raw or when he's on a pay-per-view. People want to see it, or maybe not just because of that, but yeah. But I agree with you.
I agree that Brock has an appeal and that he is a draw. But this isn't the 1980s. This isn't the 1990s. All right, we are in an age where WWE is so oversaturated. Our attention is like nothing. So yeah, when we see WWE content thrown down at us like pretty much every day out of the week, yeah, I'm used to seeing my world champion on my show every week. Like, if this was back in the day, sure, it makes sense, but that's just not the current field of the wrestling world today.
Oh, I'm not trying to defend for Brock. I don't even like Brock that much, but I was just trying to say that side of it. And plus, no doubt, CM Punk was a workhorse, and he wrestled every single night. I mean, he did, no doubt. I mean, whether you like him or hate him, he went out there, had great matches with a lot of people. And the difference is CM Punk didn't have no Brock Lesnar contract either. And that contract is probably a lot of money to wrestle per show. So that's why he's not wrestling every show either.
He's a draw. Okay, Red Sox fan. I accept that he's a draw. But
that doesn't mean I care. That doesn't mean I'm okay with him showing up once every other month.
Right. Or not. Sometimes not even that.
This is not about the debate if he's a draw or not. This is about, am I cool with having a part-time champion? If I was in the territories in the 1980s, maybe, but I'm not. It's 2018. Yes. I like my champion every week in WWE.
But does that – I'm going to play devil's advocate. If your champion's on TV every single week, doesn't that water it down a little bit, though?
Not if it's with Brock. If it's with a full-time, then yeah. Give me a story.
AJ Styles had this same run right now. He's only defended the title 10 times. He's on SmackDown Live, but has never defended the title on it. He hasn't. 400 plus days. Has never defended the title at live shows. Or if that, it's been 2-minute matches, because that's what Brock Lesnar has on live shows, or 2-minute matches. You'd be okay with that? You'd be okay with Styles not on the show or SmackDown Live for sometimes a month, sometimes 2 months?
You think when I went to Backlash, I wouldn't be a little bit excited to say, oh, Brock Lesnar's defending his title at Backlash. I get to see that at least, but
you know what? You don't think a little bit of the draw and the ratings pop for Brock is because he's hardly ever fucking on the show? So people are, oh shit, we're gonna get the world champion on the show tonight. I'm gonna tune in, even though it's gonna be the fucking same shit we get every time he's on the
show. 94. I'm sorry to be that guy, dude, but I am tired of Heyman. Oh my god, and I love him.
Brock being away helps the other titles. I'll give you that. It has helped boost the title divisions, as in the IC Championship.
My bias comes in. I don't want Brock as champion.
But here's my thing. Is that good where a mid-card title has more value or more prestige to it than the world title? Because that's what's going right now on Raw. Right? Right now, the IC champion is more of the must-see champ than Brock.
But doesn't that bring more to the IC title and make the main title on Raw, and the world title doesn't have to be there all the time? Doesn't that make the IC title even bigger because it's the only mid-card title on Raw? So that elevates the IC title even more.
But it's still just the Intercontinental title. It's not the world title. That's the thing.
Well, guess what?
It's not back in the day. It's now. Like, this is now. This is what I care about right now. Like, I'm sorry, I don't care about what happened back in the day. Like, this is a different world, and this is where my bias comes in, obviously. But I would prefer if both my titles are on the line. I don't want Brock as champion. Do I think he should still be in WWE? Absolutely, but I don't want him as my champion. That's where I stand on.
I would. What I said back in the day, I wasn't trying to say just back then. But what I was getting at is when Michaels was the Intercontinental Champion, he was defending that title on Raws almost every week, and you didn't have the World Champion there every week. Maybe an interview sometimes, but that was it. The champion was just like now. You don't need Brock on TV every week, because if he's on TV every week with the title, it doesn't mean as much. It means nothing. But when he's there, those special occasions, it means something.
Having not Brock on all the time, I stand by what I say. I want the universal title on my TV every week.
And even that, I understand. You don't want to have him not being on the show is not my issue. Him not even doing anything on the show is my issue. We have shows on here, and just for example, we've had a SmackDown Live post show where AJ Styles wasn't even on the show, and Dave, you criticized it. You didn't even have your own champion on SmackDown Live. We all mentioned it. Now, imagine that happening every fucking week. At least with Brock, why can't we just have, tonight Brock Lesnar's facing, I don't even care if it's fucking Heath Slater. Oh, Brock Lesnar is having a match tonight on Raw. It doesn't have to be every month. It doesn't have to be but just have him pop on the show and have a fucking match for once. It's not it's not that he's not on the show. What it is when he's on the show, it's the same shit. It's the same thing. Heyman comes out there, says, I'm the advocate for Brock. Brock's facing who knows who. He's going to take him to Suplex City. We're going to get this nice little promo, and that's it. Brock won't be on the show till a month before the show, and then he won't be back on till the go-home show. That's all. I just want to see him wrestle every now and then. That's all. That's all.
Now, Tony, you brought up the AJ Styles. AJ Styles has been wrestling full-time his whole career. I mean, he's been the full-time guy his whole career. Brock Lesnar took time off, and he did UFC for a few years, and then he came back, and then he said, I'm coming back, but I'm working a limited schedule. He doesn't want to work all these monstrous dates, which he shouldn't have to because he wrestled all those dates before. Just like when The Rock came back for those 2 appearances. You know, he wrestled 2 or 3 times, and then he was gone. No one had a problem when The Rock came back and did those things, but I know Brock's been around a lot longer, so than The Rock did when he came back for a minute. But, I mean, with AJ Styles not being there every week, I complained when he wasn't on the show, but that's because you're featuring AJ Styles every single week. If you had him first brought in featured as only a special attraction, he's only going to wrestle big pay-per-views and that's it, then that'd be something completely different. AJ Styles was brought back. He wrestled at the Rumble. Then the next night he wrestled on Raw. He was introduced as a full-time wrestler. Brock Lesnar never was.
Okay, fair point. Fair point. He is labeled as a part-time wrestler, so I guess you make a good point, but
can I add to that?
Go ahead.
Fuck Brock. That's my end of the combo.
Jesus Christ.
He broke the streak. So for you guys who are wondering why is Alex so biased when it comes to this, he broke the streak. So to give you an idea of where it is. He broke the streak that Sean never could break. He broke the streak that Sean's back could not hold up to. It was great.
Oh, fuck Nakamura.
Glenn Zero saying fuck Nakamura. All right, so we're getting into a fuck everyone shoot right now.
Jesus Lord, everybody's going off tonight. What is going on? Funny thing, Brock.
45 views, so it's working. So let's keep it going.
When AJ Styles first came to WWE, they had no plans for him being the champion. Oh, Adam Awesome, but fuck Rollins.
So we got a Nakamura, we got a Brock, we got Rollins. Who else? Dave, who do you got? Fuck who?
Fuck Big Cat. Fuck Big Cat.
Big Cat. Tony, come on. Who do you got? Fuck who?
Fuck The Undertaker.
That's fine. Fuck The Undertaker. He already fucked Sean.
There you go.
Because Taker already fucked Sean like, 5 times anyways. So we got...
Can we lose fucking because it sounded really weird and disturbing. Taker already fucked it 3 times. I was like, what?
Fuck Kane. Fuck Elias. Fuck Jonathan Coachman. Wow. Damn.
It's nothing different than the circle jerks that the Click were having backstage anyway. So.
Oh, now it's now.
Wait. I gotta fuck Jonathan Coach. Fuck Kane. Fuck Jim. See, guys, all week we've been reading on Twitter, hey, guys, let's have a show about positivity. This is my version of positivity. Come on. Let it all out. We're shooting the shit at this point. Let's do it.
And it feels good to let out some frustration.
Right, let's be honest. Tony, currently, full-time guy. Fuck who? It could be a women's wrestler too. Who are you tired of?
Man, that's a good question. You put me on the spot.
So Dave got Big Cass. I guess I have to pick someone since Brock doesn't count.
Say, and this isn't a demeaning way, it kind of is, but fuck Selena Vega.
Wow.
It's okay to get mad. I was like, no. Yeah, that's good. Fuck Orton. That's mine.
That's right. You didn't fuck Selena Vega.
Corbin. Oh Jesus! I don't know, man. I don't really have.
Yes.
Fuck Bailey and Sasha Banks storyline.
Okay.
Fuck Corbin. That one, Jody.
Bailey storyline, which is probably going to happen at SummerSlam.
And Saxton. Jeez. We're
Oh,
not.
no.
I'm a Red Sox fan. That will not be repeated out of my mouth. To tell you that.
Fuck Michael Cole. How about that?
Fuck Ryan Satin. Fuck Ryan Satin.
Look at Jericho. Jericho came onto our show. All right. So Nia Jax. We got Nia Jax. Okay, so
How about Fuck Okada? How about that one?
Who?
Fuck Okada.
Okay, we're going out of the WWE. Fine. Fuck Austin Aries.
That's not going to be repeated out of my mouth, Mr. Red Sox fan.
Actually, someone said Bobby Roode. Damn. Bobby.
Vicious. Fuck
Right,
parents. Fuck Angelina Love.
Wait. Who's the knockout woman that you guys hate? Sienna or
Sienna.
Tony hates her.
No, Madison Rain. Madison Rain.
Fuck Vince for shoving Roman down our throats. No effects.
Fuck Sami Callihan. Fuck Eddie Edwards. Their storyline's good, but fuck them both.
Fuck the blank. Different reason.
So everybody feel better now, getting that out of their system. Get that.
Yeah, no, dude. I'm telling you, this is sometimes to deal with negativity, you just got to go at it full frontal. Don't be positive. Enjoy being negative. You'll be surprised what it can do.
Rose's boyfriend, fuck Gargano and Ciampa. Reason why NXT is
and the last one for you two. I promise, this is it. Fuck Bobby Lashley.
Oh wow, damn. Now I'm about to go tell random people on social media, fuck you.
Yeah. Everyone that's retweeting us, just literally write hashtag fuck this.
Definitely the most rated R show we've ever had.
Oh man, but look, we have 48 viewers and we're almost at 4,000 views, so
fuck the Red Sox. How about that? Samoa Joe will destroy Nakamura. I hope so, man. Yeah, thank you again, guys. This is very awesome. We're at 3,000 total views.
This is good.
We had a total peak of our top peak was at 59 viewers. So thank you guys for making this an awesome Saturday night show. It's been pretty fun. Is there anything else? Oh, also Impact Wrestling. We touched on it Tuesday night. I actually think Dave did. During the episode of Shane McMahon, Kurt Angle, and AJ Styles, they discussed their careers with footage of TNA being used to showcase matches between Angle and Styles. Anthem said Impact Wrestling collaborated with WWE on the project and sub-licensed the footage to them for use in their original productions. Accordingly, WWE issued a courtesy for GWN when the footage airs. Oh, so they were in talks with each other for that. So maybe we got some more stuff to come with that kind of stuff going on.
Watch that table for three, but at the very end, they did a big public service announcement, or you want to say a big plug. Like, if you want to see the full link of these matches, go to GW, download Impact Wrestling's app.
Yeah.
Also, in a recent interview with Sports Illustrated, The Miz discussed the upcoming Money in the Bank event and how it upsets him when the WWE Championship is not the main event of every single pay-per-view. My goal is to make the WWE Championship as relevant and prestigious as it should be. Do I think AJ Styles is doing a terrific job as WWE Champion? Absolutely. But that WWE Championship should be in the main event every single pay-per-view. It upsets me when I see it that it's not. My goal is to not only win the Money in the Bank contract, cash it in, and become the WWE Champion, I want to pull that title back where it belongs, the main event. So there you go. The Miz with high aspirations. Do you want to see The Miz as your new world champion in the next couple of months? Or are you satisfied with possibly Styles holding on to it for a little bit longer? We'll go with you first, Alex.
Well, yeah, I mean, you guys know all the plans that we want is that Daniel Bryan wins and Miz cashes in on him, setting up for that big Mania match.
Yeah, that'd be nice. Dave, you're the Styles fan. The huge Styles.
Yeah, but I mean, I guess you could kind of say you want to see something new with that whole main event because AJ and Nakamura is getting kind of old a little bit. But yeah, it'd be nice. I think Miz deserves, after all the shit he's done and put through, which honestly I don't think he's winning, but I hope he does. Good luck to him. But if he does, it would be a great switch. It would be great, something new. But I honestly think he's going to be in line for that U.S. title. That's what I think is going to happen. I think he deserves it. Yes, he does, but I just don't think it's going to happen.
Okay, fair enough. Also, I wanted to plug the Bruce Pritchard show on the WWE Network. If you guys haven't seen it yet on the network, I know it's similar to the ones to the podcast that he has on iTunes, but the last 4 episodes that are the ones that he have currently on there are very good. HBK one, they had the one about WrestleMania, was it 13, right? Correct? Or 14? 14. We talked about Ted DiBiase one that I thought was really good. And what was the other one? The Mega Powers as well. So all must listens, I think. And I like how they have their show. I like how it's where Conrad asks him no questions are held off. I mean, he goes in depth on some of these rumors and innuendos and talks about Meltzer and everything. I like how they have that show set up. I need to get more in touch with it. I wasn't too in touch with it until they got onto the network. Even though, Dave, I know you're a big fan of that show.
Yeah.
I gotta watch more of it. Does he say fuck Meltzer on the network and call each other motherfuckers?
I think they have a shirt that says
they do say fuck, but they blank it out. They do say shit. They let them say shit. But they when they say fuck, they beep it out. But for the most part, I enjoy it. It's an hour and a half long, but it goes by quick.
Yeah, some of those talk about. Like they did a Macho Man 5 hours long.
Jesus, I couldn't care less about it. I hate the podcasts on the network. Adam Bomb, I think you would like it. If you're a fan of his show, I think you would like it on the network. You guys listen to Don Tony? I have not. Have y'all guys listened to Don Tony? Anybody?
Who's that?
I'm guessing he's a wrestler.
Who's Don Tony?
I have no idea. I guess he's a wrestling reviewer, so I guess not. I guess the question's your answer to your question is no.
I just talking about Tony Schiavone, MLW.
Schiavone.
Yeah.
No, he's talking about, I guess, a wrestling. I think he's a wrestling reviewer as well.
It's hilarious. That Tony Schiavone show is really good.
Yeah. Oh, it's a podcast. Okay. No, I don't. I'll look more into it if it's good.
You know what? There's another. Since we're plugging podcasts, Robbie E has a podcast. Is a really good one. It is called what is it? What Went Wrong? It's What Went Wrong, and he interviews he had an episode with Glacier, and Glacier was on there. Like, what went wrong with your character and what happened? You know, he goes in depth with these guys. It's a really cool podcast. I mean, it really is. Robbie and Matt Kuhn do that podcast, and man, it's good. They talked to the wrestlers. Matt Morgan was a recent one they did. So yeah, they did some really good. Just Incredible is another one, but yeah, I mean, some really good episodes on there. But yeah, I mean, Tony, your favorite one had to be the WrestleMania 14 one, for all the Shawn Michaels. Someone threw something at Shawn Michaels, the limo. Shawn Michaels was like, "No, I'm not going out there."
Their day. After he specifically asked not to drape the shirt over his fucking face, Mike Tyson drapes the shirt over his face. Disrespectful little motherfucker there. Unbelievable. Unreal. Unbelievable.
Hey, I'm giving out hearts finally.
Unbelievable. Hearts? What are you talking about?
I have the super heart thing, but I'm trying to see if it like gets. I'm trying to send it.
Oh, wow. Look at this guy. Trying to
Coming through?
Nothing yet. Nothing yet. Yeah, it wasn't. I liked it. It was in depth. They talked about Shawn Michaels and how Undertaker wrapped his fucking hands and tried to intimidate Shawn. And
You wouldn't have to do that. Shawn wasn't being a piece of shit. Plain and simple.
yeah, well, you kind of imagine how this man had to feel knowing that his career is coming to an end, going out there in that much of pain.
You want to hear something really bad? You should go listen to the Sunday episode because they talk about how Shawn Michaels was screwing Chris Candido's girlfriends, Tammy Lynn Sitch, Sonny, while they were still dating. And Kevin Nash and them were watching the door while Shawn Michaels is in there with her.
Yeah, they kind of touched on it on the.
I've heard a lot of stories about Sonny and Sabu even. I was like, whoa.
Okay, hey, listen, man. We all had Shawn Michaels had not too great of a past, all right? And we can all agree if you were in that kind of a mindset, knowing that this is your last match, you're going out there on the biggest stage, you're about to lose, your career is pretty much over because of a fucking careless spot by the fucking asshole Undertaker. I think you'd be kind of pissed off too, man.
Well, wait, just to add on to that. So that spot with Taker, 15 plus years of cocaine abuse, drinking binges, and nagging back injuries that have been giving him plagues since the early 90s anyways. So yeah, so go on, continue.
Oh, Red Sox fans, HBK is the biggest piece of shit ever. God.
Hey, did you ever read that interview with The Rock? Why they asked him, he's like, was Shawn Michaels versus The Rock ever a thing that you wanted to see? And he's like, honestly, no, because I actually avoided Shawn because the Clique, well, him and Triple H were trying to bury me. And, you know, that was an interview that was touched upon by many guys. So for those of you wondering why Shawn Michaels versus The Rock never happened, well, now you know. You're welcome, all 44 viewers of you. Adam Bug is back. Guys, we are back. The negativity from Monday and Tuesday, meh. We are back tonight.
He also refused to put Bret Hart over so many times. And don't
forget the Birmingham screw job. It was there before Montreal.
Oh, my God.
We're back, guys, tonight. I love it. We're already at 3,700 views. This is awesome. Thank you, guys.
And Bulldog. Oh God! But can y'all? How many great matches did HBK have though? I'll sit and wait.
Oh yeah, that's right. Red Sox fan made a great point. Bulldog was originally supposed to go over in that what Beware of Dog paper, not Beware of Dog, but the UK show. He was originally supposed to keep the title because Bulldog dedicated it to his sister who had cancer. And then Sean Politic to go over that match.
That's why it's called the Birmingham screw job.
Okay.
Oh, and yes, thank you for the viewers on YouTube. You know what? Just for that, this guy's gonna make a special appearance tonight.
Does he got his hair?
Don't say the name. Don't say Funko Pop. God.
And this guy says right now that you'll have it all wrong, and let's let bygones be bygones. So,
Tony, what is that? We want to know, what is that called?
This is a Funko Pop.
How many Funko Pops you got, Tony?
I have quite a few. You know what? And here's, you want to see Bob Baruski's favorite? This is Bob Baruski's favorite right here. Now imagine if these guys faced off in real life. Look at that.
Roman Reigns?
Let me see.
Vince would obviously put this man over Reigns. This guy right here.
I can't see him. Grab him.
Nope. There's a lot of technical difficulties for some reason. Everybody seems to be okay in here. Everybody seemed good connection on Periscope. Everybody all right on Periscope?
I can't see. You have to hold them up. I can't see.
Oh, you mean this right here? This is the best. The best Funko Pop ever. Better than the Kenny Omega one. Better than the Young Bucks.
You need to put a together where it's just Tony, like he did that one week, just saying Funko Pop, Funko Pop, Funko Pop over.
That's when we had a very slow day on the dirt sheets.
Yeah, that was a very slow night. But tonight's been a pretty good show. We had some Roman Reigns talk. We had CM Punk. We even had more New Japan Pro Wrestling talk. So I hope that didn't satisfy Red Sox fans. So obviously, we need to talk New Japan for about 2 hours.
Yeah,
and then that'll satisfy him.
Like a Sunday night show or something.
Hey, this is pretty cool. Oh, the Bailey news. I have it up right now. We're going to talk about that.
Yeah.
Look at this. This is just a funny thing. Look, this is a notebook that I've kept for all of our shows. And it's finally almost done. Isn't that crazy?
What's in it? Ratings and stuff?
130 sheets, and it's almost done. Yeah, ratings. Like the first show right now I have in here, open it up. It's Get the Tables, episode 83.
When was the last time we all gave 5s on a show? I'm curious. Daniel Bryan's return on SmackDown? I don't remember.
Oh, that's weird, Adam Bomb. Well, I'm glad you're back, dude. Dave did SmackDown. There you go. I mean, not very many.
Yeah, a lot of ones. You're probably
3s, 3.5s, 4s. I don't know. Not very many.
Yeah.
Not very
When's
many.
the last
No, Takeover
show,
New Orleans 5.
Hold on. The pay-per-view from this one. Wow, this is we're talking the Mae Young Classic. That's how far this goes back.
Damn.
We're talking the Mae Young Classic results. And early favorites for the NXT Women's title. Shayna Baszler faced Zeta. Is that I'm not sure who that was.
Yeah, Zeta. She's
Serena Deeb took on Vanessa Bourne. Gabbard took on Abby Lath, and Princessa took on Kaylee Ray.
You know what's funny?
Oh, Alex with the Super Hearts. What?
Oh, they're coming in? Nice.
Yeah, well, thank you for the Super Hearts. Appreciate that.
You know, I never. Roderick was married. That was his wife. Was one of the 4 horsewomen. I never knew that.
Yeah.
All right, so let's go to this Bailey news real quick, and it's gonna make all our smiling faces even more happy. Bailey has said she is enjoying everybody. I'll say that one more time. Enjoying her slow burning feud with Sasha Banks, comparing it to wrestling storylines from her youth. Speaking with Sky Sports Lockup Podcast, the Hugger said the current feud between the two is similar to those she saw growing up. She said you had these long feuds and storylines and you just got more and more interested and you wanted to see where it was going to go. You wanted to see the big blow-off match, even though they've already had about 4 big blow-off matches. Bailey also described the possibility of wrestling Banks at this year's SummerSlam as incredible. Anytime I get to wrestle Sasha, I always want to do it. For SummerSlam to be in that building, the Barclays Center, I don't know if I would be able to hold my tears back, but I'd love to do it. That's a goal. Could she make it any more obvious that this match is probably going to happen at SummerSlam? SummerSlam will take place on August 19th at the Barclays Center in Brooklyn, New York. How many fucking pay-per-views does New York get a fucking year? I mean, Jesus Lord. God damn. Anyways, your thoughts, Alex. Does this storyline remind you of the storylines from when you were younger?
I mean, that's past my time, so it doesn't. I don't care about that. So I care about what's being put on my TV right now, and just because if you want to do a slow burn feud, okay, that's fine. Like I'm always down for something different, but look at the content we're getting to hold us off. It's been crap. These little, I'm not gonna help you, but I'm gonna help you. Oh, I'm gonna do this, and then we get into tag team matches. Like, if you want to make it a slow burn feud, okay, but make it interesting. It's not. It's getting to the point where, yeah, am I going to be happy when I see the match at SummerSlam? Probably. They have great chemistry, but the build-up has been absolute shit.
Yeah.
I completely agree with Alex. I mean, this is not a slow burn feud. This is the writers not knowing what the hell they're doing. You know what a slow burn feud was? WCW, Sting versus Hulk Hogan at Starrcade. That thing went on for like a year. That was a slow burn feud right there. They never touched until then. So that was a slow burn feud. The match wasn't great, but still, that was a slow feud.
Budweiser, we don't want to reveal any spoilers from NXT. Yes, we know there's been 2 matches announced. I haven't read the spoilers on them. Trying to keep it away from them, especially since we go live about NXT post shows every Thursday night. Also, speaking of our show, next Saturday night, I will be live at NXT. Woo! So, yeah, it's an NXT house show coming to San Antonio, so I'm 3 matches announced now. Okay, so no spoilers, please. We will be going live once I get back, if you guys are still interested. I don't want to do a show where we half-ass it or we don't have a lot of viewership because it's a late show, you know. So if I get home and it's past, midnight Eastern time, maybe 1 o'clock Eastern time, maybe we postpone it to a Shoot the Shit Sunday edition. We'll see. But I just wanted to let everybody know that there's a possibility that there will not be a show next Saturday. A very, very small possibility. Just wanted to let you guys know. Red Sox fan wants to know our top 5 in-ring performers.
I already told you.
Okay. That's kind of hard for me to just come up with off the top of my head. But Dave, you want to respond to that?
Top 5? We just named 5 performers right now?
All time, you said.
Oh, all time.
Yeah, because we already did favorite 5 that we think currently.
Okay, all time, not in any specific order. How about that? I'll go Bret Hart.
You want to do one and then you want to do one? We all do one?
Yeah, why don't you and Dave go one-on-one, one off.
All right, yeah, because Alex already said his in the chat. All right, I'll go Bret Hart. Dave?
Ric Flair.
Okay. Top in-ring performer all time. I would have to all-time in-ring performer. I would have to go Chris Jericho. Dave?
I would have to go Eddie Guerrero.
I'm saving him for last, Alex, because he always saved the best for last. Number 3, best in-ring performer that I always enjoyed watching. And there's so many. It's tough. Stone Cold. Dave?
Bret Hart.
You said Bret Hart. All right, number 4. Number 4. I don't want to keep throwing old guys. All times. All right. Said Bret. I want to say Owen.
Yeah.
I want to say Owen.
Can't go wrong with Owen.
Owen was he had some pretty damn good matches, and probably one of the best matches I've ever seen is definitely top 5. I almost said Jeff Hardy, Adam Austin. Was the blue steel cage match he had between Bret and Owen. That was
beautiful.
That was one of the best matches I've seen, and the finish was pretty unique as well. Go ahead, Dave.
Who did you say?
Owen Hart.
Okay. Mine's gonna be unpopular with a lot of people. Okay, Chris Benoit.
No, I thought he brought it every match he had.
Yeah, it's hard to leave off Eddie Guerrero, Rey Mysterio, some of those guys, but you got to save the best for last, and that's HBK.
Yeah, good stuff.
Dave?
You said Hulk Hogan? You said Hulk Hogan?
No, I did not say Hulk Hogan.
My
Yeah.
The group chat something with all these questions. Would you guys prefer if like maybe like a day or the day of like today or the day before we just kind of post a pin thread saying, you know, what questions you would like us to answer, like top 5 all performers, things like that, just so we don't just shoot off the fly.
The thing is, I do that sometimes on Twitter, but we don't get enough responses. More of our interaction with our fans is more on Periscope. There is a few of the fans in here, or Get the Tables family, I should say, that interact with us on Twitter. But Red Sox fan never asks these questions on Twitter. He, for the most part, comes at me pretty foul, if you know what I'm saying.
Well, Tony, you got the stance, and now it's your time to come at Red Sox. We got SummerSlam coming up.
Well, Red Sox, I already got Red Sox fan intimidated, you know, already. So
he said, "Fuck you, second night straight."
Okay, I give my final answer.
Go for it.
Macho Man Randy Savage.
Very good.
All right, Budweiser. Okay, I'm gonna write that down for next week's show. Best technical wrestler. Okay, we'll do that. Top 5 technical wrestlers.
Did I just name like? Didn't we just name top 5 technical wrestlers? I think
we did a technical Mount Rushmore a while back, but we can do it again.
Go ahead, Red Sox fan, read it. Oh, okay. So Budweiser wants best high flyers as well. That's a good one.
Rey Mysterio.
So we can do. Well, if you guys have some questions for us, hit us at the Get the Tables podcast and give us some of these questions. Maybe we can do top 5 dream matches, or top 5 whatever, top 5 women matches, something along those lines. We need to get some questions out there, guys. Also, if you haven't, like I said before, if you haven't gone on YouTube, everybody, and thank you for the viewers tonight joining us on YouTube. Alex has been active in the chat. Whoa, Jeffrey Cross, bro. And I'm sorry, that was Mr. Alex dropping the huge super hearts. Thank you. Thank you very much, Alex. I was going to say, if you go to YouTube and subscribe. Also, Jeffrey Cross, thank you for the super heart as well. If you go on YouTube, Get the Tables podcast, all one word. You hit that subscribe button. When you get to 50 followers, or subscribers, we will do a giveaway. Adam Awesome top 5 pay-per-views 21st century. Okay. All right.
So we got some stuff over to you guys.
Yeah, that's good.
I know someone just posted top 5 ECW wrestlers.
Oh, okay. So top 5 ECW wrestlers and top 5 pay-per-views in the 21st century. Oh, that's going to be a tough one.
That's impossible. 21st century.
There you go. Yeah, hey, keep it that top 5 wrestling moments of all time. Okay.
Ooh, okay. Now we're
tough, right?
Right? We're talking just wrestling.
Yeah, just
wrestling. Yeah, damn. All right.
It doesn't have to be specifically WWE. Okay. It could be anybody. Ray Stevens, Jericho, or Bruiser Brody. Excuse me. Top 5 hottest women of all time. I'll put that on there too. Why not? What's that, Alex?
Please DM us. Send the group these questions because we got a lot, which I'm more than excited for, but I'm losing track. Top 5 heel turns from Jody.
Oh, Jody Mania running wild.
I think what you just said, that running wild, I think that has to be the top heel turn ever.
Hey Young Hand, Katie Vick, Big Show, Dad Funeral.
Big Show riding often when he's boss it away. Man.
Ray Stevens versus Flair is my dream match. Okay, you guys got some homework to do this week. Worst Royal Rumble winners. Yeah.
Oh,
Who do you
Roman
Money
Reigns.
in the Bank? Top 5 midgets on Pick and Rod. Top 5 marriages on Raw. Have there even been 5 marriages on Raw?
I'm sure there have.
Let's see. Whichever one came, Tombstone the Priest.
Kane and Lita,
in wrestling.
Edge and Lita, Macho Man and Liz. I mean, there's been probably a ton of weddings on Raw.
Was Edge and Lita a wedding or a live sex celebration?
Yes.
It was the way they got married.
It was the honeymoon.
They got married.
Yeah. What's up, Bud? How you doing? Rock, Austin, Hogan. I got that one down, Adam. Woo! Oh, super hard. Another Superman. Y'all are coming hard tonight, man. Jody Mania, top 5 wrestling botches. Man, this is a lot of questions. Maybe this is a bad idea.
No. Even if we don't cover it all next Saturday, like we have stuff to keep doing.
Top 5 entrances. Holy crap.
I can give you the top.
Okay. Is no good if Scott Steiner is at number 1 on the botch list.
Yeah,
this list.
Oh, look at Red Sox saying time for me and Alex to make a show.
If Red Sox would actually call in.
Whoa!
Call in and talk with us. Talk with me.
Wrestling promos. Damn. Yeah, Red Sox fan, you can Skype with Alex. That way you can't hear me talk. I know you're afraid to come on the show.
Oh, we're getting to that part of the show. And even Bot is coming at you.
Yeah, be careful what you wish for. Oh, look at this guy. Look at this guy.
Definitely DX's question and Porter are really good. Top 5 shoots, top 5 overrated and underrated.
Oh, okay.
Guys, you're giving us a lot of stuff to talk about for the next few Saturdays. This is awesome.
Yeah, that is for sure. Hey, I got those. All right, top 5 overrated, top 5 biggest rivalries. God damn. All right, top 5 biggest rivalries.
Woo! All right. So Tony, over the week, let's just try and figure out which questions we're gonna tackle next Saturday, and then go from there.
Top 5 unexpected returns. What is going on, guys? Y'all are. I can't complain. If without these interactions. Most underused wrestlers. Dang, that's a good one. I'm running out of room to write all these. Okay, underused wrestlers. All right, so we got about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 questions so far. So top 5 surprise Royal Rumble entrants. I'll put that one on there.
Top 5 talkers.
Wait, what? Top 5 what?
Trash talkers. Best trash talker.
I mean, I'm number 1, but yeah, we could do that.
Top 5 HBK matches. That's a good one. That's probably the best one.
Yeah, we'll do top 5 HBK. It's fine. Whatever you want. Top 5 losses. Ooh, I can give you the top one.
Oh yeah, I'm sure y'all guys. 3 to Taker. Hey, but can I ask you guys a question real quick? One question. Who beat The Undertaker in the Hell in a Cell match and a casket match?
Who Tombstone here in the Hell in a Cell match?
Tony, let me ask you a question. Who retired Shawn Michaels? Twice, actually.
Who let him though?
Huh? Not Shawn, that's for sure. Shawn found out that there was a bigger bull in the ranch that booked better than he did.
How about Shawn Michaels?
Who ended HBK's career? That sounds even better than who retired Shawn.
Who knocked out Michaels at WrestleMania?
5 Marine guys. Oh, is that a different fight we're talking about?
I remember that.
Great. Shawn can't compete because of piling up injuries. No, he got his ass whooped.
It's kind of unfair that it's about 40-1 when it comes to HBK. Everybody hates on HBK, and I'm the
Red Sox fan is never gonna drop the Shawn kiss Vince's ass.
Don was the originator of Kiss My Ass Club.
Was he really? Oh,
Yeah.
Who started the original the TV segment Kiss My Ass? Was it Trish?
I think it was TV. It was Regal.
Don't like me
It
when
was
I'm.
Regal. It was Regal, right?
So you guys do official trivia on Tuesdays. I will give you guys more details later. Oh, the bot. That would be for Saturday shows, the bot. We would do that on Saturday night shows. But we are, yeah, look at the bot dropping in little teasers into the show. The bot, everybody, the bot is working hard behind the scenes. If you guys don't know, the bot is the whole inspiration behind the Get the Tables website. Without her, it probably would never have came into a reality. So thank her very much for what she has done so far. And thank you for the Super Hearts that you dropped tonight as well. Thank you. I don't know what else to say about tonight's show, but other than saying that tonight's show was a huge success. We've had probably 30 to 40 to 50 viewers all in here tonight, despite the unbelievable, disrespectful comments towards Shawn Michaels. I mean, I thought tonight was pretty good. Oh, John Cena and
we can talk about. So can we call this Get the Tables Redemption?
Thoughts on Tesla getting kicked out of the NXT Center?
Yeah, we talked about that, I think, Tuesday.
Okay, US Weekly reports that Nikki may be living with Brie, but she is still spending nights with Cena at his apartment. Nikki hasn't moved out of John's apartment, even though she's very much wanted to after the wedding was called off. Doesn't want her to have to deal with moving after everything they have been through as a couple. People who are close to Cena and Nikki have slated to US Weekly that the two could get back together in a year, and that Nikki is very supportive of Cena, and starting a family and having kids is at odds with Cena's attention to his career. With Cena's attention to his career with WWE. The breakup and the fallout will be covered on the upcoming Total Bellas and Total Divas season. This was definitely totally to get ratings for the show, I think.
Everything's a work. Even him hooking up with Carmella is just going to be like a storyline. Like, remember when Dolph Ziggler was trying to get with Nikki Cross? I mean, I'm not Nikki Cross, Nikki Bella.
Yes. Yeah, this is a silliness. I don't even know what to believe, or even if I care.
Would you watch it?
I might, just to see how it kind of played out. But
that's the thing, though. That's what they want you to do.
That's what they want. It's gonna work.
But I always, like I say, guys, fuck the Bellas, so I don't really care.
I didn't see anything about a Big E big push.
No, that would be awesome, though.
You won't say, are you going to, talk about it, but I didn't see any news about that. I did see some pretty cool news that Eric Bischoff did. Eric Bischoff, over the weekend, let me see. What an honor. I met Amanda at an autograph signing this past spring. She told me about her father's bond, her and her father's bond watching Nitro. She asked me to stand in for her father who has since passed, and walked her down the aisle at her wedding tomorrow. So he acted, I guess, as took her father's place who passed away in the wedding and walked her down the aisle in her wedding this past weekend. So pretty cool. Pretty cool of him to do that.
Cool. So maybe his next Good Samaritan is to be on the show.
Yeah, hopefully we could get maybe Eric Bischoff on the show sometime in the future. That would be awesome. Listen, guys, I would definitely love to get guys onto the show, but I don't want them to come on here and feel like this is like an unprofessional type of show, since we kind of have, not a professional layout or stuff like that. You know what I mean? We're just, four guys that talk on Periscope and Google Hangout. So I want to get my stuff a little bit more professionalized, have a nice little background, have it where if Eric Bischoff is on the show, it says his name at the bottom of the show. And
Yeah.
I would like us to look legit. You know what I mean? That's why I'm waiting to go on Twitch, because Twitch is a whole different ball game than Periscope. With Twitch, you're not only competing with other people talking wrestling, you're also competing with people playing video games. And to get their attention off a video game and to come into your show and watch you, you need to be pretty damn entertaining. So we're working on it. We will be on Twitch at the end of the summer. So hopefully you guys who also watch us on Periscope could possibly end up jumping on Twitch as well with us and talking with us there as well. Bischoff scopes aren't formal. He stands around his living room and scopes. Yeah, that is true. That is very true. That you may have a good point, but I just don't want it to feel like, this is like I don't know. It's hard to explain.
A bingo hall podcast.
Yeah, we're nothing. I'm not saying that we're a shitty show. I don't want to say that we're a huge show. We have a great following, and I just don't want him to think that we're just some kind of lame duck. You know what I mean?
Saying we're not a good show, we're not a shitty show. Are you just saying we're the show?
Yeah, there we go. We are the show. It's the same thing with me when I come on the show. I want the Bischoff treatment. Get the hell out of here. Get the hell out of here. But I want to just become more professionalized. I do appreciate everybody's support that we have in here. Y'all guys are great. I mean, y'all guys come in here every damn show. Dr. Huge would be cool to come on the show. But, man, Dr. Huge works just as hard as we do on Periscope. He puts out a content unbelievably consistently. And I think he's like almost pretty much every day, if I'm not mistaken. So I'm not trying to butt into his business. And I know he wants to get more of a following on Periscope and even on Twitch as well. So he's a busy man. I'm not going to try to take any time out of his day right now when he's working hard on his craft. So, yeah, he did 3 scopes today. So, I mean, yeah, he does a lot of periscoping, so I don't want to get in his way. Also, we would love to get some of you guys on the show. If we do call-ins on the show, so hopefully maybe guys like Red Sox fan or Bobarewski or Bliss or Adam Awesome or Jeffrey Cross or Michael Berry or any of you guys who come in here every single show and talk to us, maybe we'll call in some night. That would be pretty cool.
Especially on days that we're having a slow, like a Saturday, like a slow dirt sheets, I think like 2 weeks ago. Yeah, definitely use that time to just call in. Even if you don't have anything specific you want to talk about, you just want to just show some love, talk some shit with us, have me talk shit at you, help me bash Tony about Shawn Michaels. Anything you guys want, just call in. 5 minutes, 10 minutes. We're not doing anything.
Yeah, we do appreciate all the love. Budweiser, thank you for joining us. You're another guy who's consistently in here. A lot of you guys are consistent viewers, and it definitely humbles us to see you guys that come in here on a consistent basis and show us support, show us love on Twitter, and it's pretty awesome.
Speak for yourself. It's all going to my head.
Right. Sometimes I'm speechless.
Yeah, this is awesome.
Dave and I talked on Thursday night. I honestly never thought we would ever get consistent 1,000 viewership on our shows, and getting almost to 800 viewers. I'm sorry, to 800 followers on Periscope and 1,000 followers on Twitter. It's amazing. It's pretty cool, and the sky's the limit.
So we have a good amount of viewers in right now. We have like pretty much everyone. Who here would actually be willing to call in? Just out of curiosity. I know Texas Kid has called in. Brandon will call in, but is there anyone else that would be open to just calling in on the show on a Saturday night? We want to see. So Budweiser down, and Red Sox won't do it until Tony promotes him.
Right. All right. Me, I need my promotion though. Okay. Oh look, wow, you say Texas Kid for life, and who comes in? Texas.
Oh man, Booker T is back.
Okay, Maz fan would call in. Adam Bomb would call in.
Yeah, please,
All
guys,
right.
the more the merrier. Adam,
Yeah.
good luck with your move. Mavs fan, you're more than
You know
welcome.
what's even better? If you have Google Hangout, I
Yeah,
can just add y'all to the Google Hangout. That way, Dave and Alex can hear you. When you guys Skype in and call in, these guys can't interact with you like they can on Google Hangout. So
hey,
that'd be a lot better.
and if anyone's like obviously like they don't want to show their face or whatever, don't worry, you can just turn off the video and you can
Yeah,
just
we don't need you to see you on camera. If you don't feel
you don't have
comfortable being on camera, you don't have to be on camera at all.
you don't have to wish, you can do it. Just call in. You know what? We really would love to hear your voice as well. Please do. Anyway.
Yeah, that would be awesome to hear some of you guys talk on here. And we've done it before. We had I think I've had one troll call in before.
Really? Was that?
Yeah.
I'm assuming that's before when I got on.
Yeah, it was way before you got on, and he was a troll, and I think he went in on Texas Kid for life.
How'd that conversation go? Was he like one of those, oh, don't you know wrestling is fake?
Yeah, well, no, it's kind of calling Texas Kid a racist, and he just started saying racist slurs.
Texas Kid is many things, but I don't think I've ever heard him be racist.
Yeah, it was just something. It was just a troll. Adam Bomb, did you say live shows just specifically for the website? We have been thinking about that.
Yeah.
We've been thinking about adding certain specific content to the website. We thought about just doing specific shows on YouTube, but we can't disrespect or go away what got us here, and that's Periscope. As much as people want to hate on it, and I don't know how the Super Hearts situation goes. We're not up there yet, so I don't know if you get paid or not from Periscope or not. If we ever get there, we'll handle that situation. But like I said, we're not here to try to get any type of money off of you. If you guys want to donate, you're more than welcome to. And we're not gonna, y'all will probably like what I say next time I call in. All right, Texas Kid for life, you're more than welcome to call in.
Guys, we just 5,000 views. Good job.
Oh, you use YouTube and Periscope? Awesome. Yeah, we just started dabbing more into YouTube. Almost to 40 subscribers. And we want to make the show as big as possible. It just takes a lot of time. It took us almost 2 years to get to where we're at right now. And it takes hard work. And it takes having wives and girlfriends and all this stuff to be cool with it. I'll be certain to extent, yes, it would be great. Good idea. I'll send you a direct mission about the idea. All right, send me ideas. If you have ideas for the show, direct message me.
We would love to hear all your feedbacks. Like even the feedback about the Tuesday show should be cut to an hour and a half. Like I think that's been awesome. So please, any ideas you guys got, throw them our way.
Yeah. We've tried to, so I know our shows we're going long on Tuesdays, so we've tried to cut it down dramatically. We still go over a little bit of over an hour and a half, but we still do a pretty good job at it. And obviously our Saturday night shows are going to go long. Greetings back from Major Busy Life on the road. Hey, well, welcome back, Kenobi. Thank you for joining us, dude.
Hey, welcome back, man.
Quick shout out, since these guys have been here the whole night. Like, thank you again for getting us past the 5,000 viewer mark. Our peak viewership tonight was 59 live people came in here and chatted with us and watched our show. We have Texas Kid for life, Kevin, the dreaded Red Sox fan. We got the comedian and funny guy Bliss Side. We got Jeffrey Cross. Again, thank you for your super hard, Jeff. Will Miller, Adam Awesome. We got the bot. We got Jody Mania. We got Chris. We got Flyman. We got Marshall. We got Budweiser. Who else we got in here? We got Gene X Zero. We got Eddie Villa. We got Kenobi in here. Who else is in here? I know I missed a lot of other people. So, yeah, if you're in here and I missed you, I would like to give you a shout out. What is something that you would like us to? What do we do bad on the show? What's the negative stuff on the show? If there's negative stuff you don't like, let us know too. Peck and Rod's in here. I saw Bobaruski pop back in here. I don't know. I don't know what else to say. Now we're just kind of blabbing and talking circles. Talk good about HBK. That'll never fucking happen. Not enough HBK bashing. I think there's more than enough
I agree.
HBK bashing. Still working on shirts. The shirts are still in the process. I'm making about 10 or 12 shirts. Mass Fan, there you go. I knew you were in here. Adam Baum is another one I didn't say hello to or give a shout out to. He's another guy that's in here as well. It's pretty cool to see some of the Impact guys that come in here and watch our show. They just don't come in for the Impact shows. That's pretty cool. But yeah, I didn't think we'd hit over 5,000 viewers tonight. That's pretty cool. Show needs a little more cowbell. I'll wear your shirt at SummerSlam if you have my size. Oh, okay. We're gonna have medium, large, extra large, and I think I even got a couple of double X's. So we're not gonna be selling them. I may sell one or two, but the most of them for other ones are gonna be for giveaways. See how those go. Hopefully you guys will like them. But anything else you guys want to touch on before we end tonight's epic Saturday night show?
So great show tonight, guys. I think we all got let out some well-needed steam last week, and I definitely do feel a lot better. So hopefully with the new week coming in, we got something to look forward to.
Yes, I agree. And if, like I said, if you haven't already, please go. Don't dance like No Way Jose. You're crazy, bro. Kenobi, the No Way Jose. Hey, what's up, Dreo? What's up, dude?
Oh, also, just for fun banter, Seth Rollins is gonna continue the Open Intercontinental on Monday, and they're gonna be in England. And a certain somebody retweeted that.
Yeah, I saw Pete Dunne.
Oh man, that would be fucking awesome.
Yeah, Pete Dunne versus Rollins.
That's cool.
Sorry, Dave. What'd you say?
What'd you say, Dave?
I said Cedric Alexander did too. He said he would love to do champion versus champion.
Hey, screw it. If that's what we're getting from Rollins' IC reign, is just great matches like Cena did with the U.S. Open title. Okay.
Man, if it's Dunne versus Rollins, man. Again, all right. Again, quick.
Do that.
Yeah. I missed the first part of third. That's all right, Adam Baum.
What do you guys do that match? You're gonna have Seth Rollins beat the UK champion to make him look weak? Or you're not gonna have Pete Dunne beat Rollins?
You can't. I don't necessarily think that makes him look weak, especially if Dunne goes out there. And,
a very competitive match. You have Pete Dunne, who you've really just seen on NXT, like go against one of the top guys. I think that would be good.
Down on Raw just to in front of 3 or 4 million people just to lose to Seth Rollins. I mean, some people might not like that, especially in his hometown or country.
Now you know how the British Bulldog felt.
Yeah.
Tony, are you still with us?
We know how fucking Sami Zayn felt when he lost to John Cena. How about that?
Oh man,
same shit. If it's Dunne versus Rollins, holy shit, that'd be awesome.
It would be.
Again, it's in the UK, so if you are a Twitter guy, stay off of Twitter probably after 2 in the afternoon because you're gonna have assholes tweet out spoilers. It's gonna happen, folks.
Oh,
so, like Ryan.
Monday morning, it's gonna be up, guys.
Stay off Twitter. For Raw and for SmackDown Live. Don't forget, just found y'all on Hangout. You just found us? Just found us? Well, we've been on here, bro.
No, he was asking, like, what's the Goo Hangout, because he probably wants to call in, so I just showed him.
Oh, okay. I won't look for spoilers for Raw and SmackDown. Okay, yes. Why no Cruiserweights on Raw lately? Because they changed the Raw. Cruiserweight's only on 205 Live for the most part now. So I guess you can't really complain about. Oh yeah, 205 Live, Brady Murphy versus Alexander next Tuesday as well.
Did you guys see Buddy Murphy versus Mustafa Ali last week? That was awesome.
Kenobi, we will give you the number to call in when we do a call-in show. Yes, that match was awesome. I'm expecting it, and I'll read them. Got to decide if it's that's true, Adam Bomb. No more power to you, bro. I feel you on that. Just we're not going to read the spoilers. So don't, everybody, if you find out a spoiler, don't tweet it out to us, please. That's the one thing I don't like about these UK shows, that they're pre-taped and spoilers come out and stuff. I hate that. I will read the spoilers and determine if I should watch or not, but I won't spoil it. Appreciate that, DX.
Yeah, that's where I'm at. I'm gonna end up reading it, but obviously I won't say anything. But I need to know if I can watch it.
Fair point, man. I don't blame you guys. A Monday night of no Raw might be something that some people need. You know, no disrespect. Think Neville will come and hang out in the locker rooms at Raw and SmackDown? No. I hate the UK show, and they are there 2 weeks. Yep, next 2 weeks are all UK shows, everybody. So get ready for that. I'm not a big fan of tape delay shows because spoilers do come out, even if you try to stay away from them, they still come out. Because sometimes even fucking WWE themselves spoil it for you.
Post the thing, yeah.
Oh, there's a new champion on Raw. Check it out tonight. Oh, well, fucking thanks, WWE. Appreciate that.
Breaking news, title change on Raw on House Show.
Yeah, it's like, golly, man. You just got to stay off of Twitter. Yeah, and we're looking forward for Lucha Underground. We touched on that too, Red Sox fan. WWE bias my ass.
Hey, to tell you the truth, all week I think we've all been just excited for Impact more than we have been Raw and SmackDown.
Yeah, we got a solid show on Thursday night as well. So, breaking news: Lesnar won't show up. Yep, absolutely no Lesnar. I can guarantee you, we will not see Brock Lesnar.
Brock's not flying to England
the whole month of May. I can guarantee you that. All right, so I think that's going to be it tonight. We went over a little bit over 2 hours tonight, I believe. Let me double check. I think it was a 2 hour show. Yeah, exactly 2 hours. So we'll wrap it up tonight because in a day and a half, we'll be right back in this same area with the SmackDown Live and Raw post show. We'll probably have the 4 Horsemen intact for that event. So we hope everybody can join us on Tuesday night. Thank you for the strong.
Seriously.
We will cover Lucha Underground, yes. At least I will try to cover it on the show because I know Dave doesn't have the El Rey Network.
El Rey Network, yeah.
We just really appreciate the strong outcome tonight. No, not at 7 p.m. It's going to be after SmackDown Live, Tuesday night. So probably about, right at 10 Eastern, we go live. So we will be there Tuesday night. Thursday night, we got Impact. Yes, I have the Lucha Underground channel. At least I think I do. I'll have to double check, but I believe I do. And we will be live again on Tuesday night. SmackDown Live, Raw. It's going to be live from the UK, so at least we know that the UK crowd will be pretty hyped. So should be a good show. Night Bliss, thank you for joining us, bro. Thank you guys so much for the support. Thank you guys for the hearts. Thank you for the retweets and the shares on Periscope. I can't thank you fucking enough. I just cannot thank you guys enough. Big ol' hug, high fives, fist bumps. And Alex, Dave, you have anything to say before we say bye-bye?
Happy Mother's Day, guys. Spend some time with your loved ones. Enjoy your Sunday. And we'll be back Tuesday.
Dave?
Yeah, it should be fun Tuesday night. Hopefully Raw and SmackDown aren't spoiled for all of us, but yeah.
The only spoiler worth knowing is Andrade Cien Almas and my baby girl Vega are coming to SmackDown.
All right, just for Kenobi. Yes, we will we will see your boy Cien Almas on Tuesday night. Yes, again, everybody have a great Sunday. You're celebrating Mother's Day by chance. I hope everybody has a great Sunday. Just have a regular weekend. We hope you guys have a weekend that is awesome. Nothing happens too crazy because we want to see you guys back here on Tuesday night. With Jose, because that is the best song right now. That's just the running stick right now on the Get the Tables podcast. So you guys have a great Sunday night. Fucking gong out of here. And
Officially back.
thank you guys so much for coming in here. Everybody, let's dance on out. It was a good show tonight. Over 5,000 viewers. Solid show. Guys, y'all have a great one. Tuesday night. It's going to be good. See you guys Tuesday night, everybody.
Peace.